for your man. Coulda turn against me. Carnival queen, me are the soca fighter. Come for your man, them. Come for your man, them. Them girl be whining like they what a man fi come ride it. Pushing back them body like they what a man fi come grind it. The queen of the ring, only girl pan this a rhythm. For Juve morning, only one man jamming my thing. Him like when you roll it, take time you control it, girl. Him like when you roll it, him like when you roll it, roll it. Him like when you roll it, take time you control it, girl. Him like when you roll it. Like a virus, me contagious. This year shall not come in to take over. Nobody can stop my shine. Carnival is pain, rain or sun. Yo, gang, tearing up for battle in the jam with me armor. Getting wild and vexing with the paint and the water. Don't worry about what I'm doing. A single girl gets in wild. Don't worry about what I'm doing. A sugar mask gets in line. Just like that. Testing. Girl, know your body interesting. Now me want you bounce up that thing like a bed spring. Bring one your friend for me brethren. It's getting serious. Anytime you meet with us. Now me want you bend up your back, let me beat it up. How long me a pray if you touch? If I see you walking up in the jam and you're looking good, I got to wind up on you. Don't mind if I wind up on you. If I see you walking up in the jam and you're looking good, I got to wind up on you. Don't mind if I wind up on you. I know you're getting ready for the sugar mass. I just want to hold me with your energy.
Yes, good evening to each and everybody. As we say, gather round, share the life. Is all about the topics. You don't know, alongside me and my partner. Yeah, partner in crime. We're doing the time. Well, actually did the time. 14 at a time. Alan Powell. Yeah, man, what's going on? You don't know anything, go. Long time no see that smile, man. I love seeing your smile. You like you being polished. You know what I mean? You just keep shining. You know what I mean? You have a bright future ahead of you, king. Well, go on.
Well, you know, good night to everybody out there. And I going to share some of the love. You understand what I getting with you? Because, you know, people meet me and they like what's going on with the vibes. They like that we're talking the things and we're being straight about it.
Okay.
I just want to talk a little bit about the show. You understand? And what the show is about. Yeah, at the top of every show, I like to, you know, talk to the audience. Part of the show, every show will always be politics. We have to talk about politics.
Of course.
It is a differentiation from Real Talk Corner, for example. And we have to talk politics, for example, because people, we live in a civilized society, which is made up of rules and laws, which we adhere to, and is necessary for us. And because we do that, we have people who we give our power to, not in the sense of our physical power, but we entrust them. We give them with faith to perform for us. You understand? And so we have to look at these people and we have to look at what they're doing in order to evaluate them every single time. Part of the show, even though it seems like we're talking stupidness, is political awareness as well. You understand? There are some things we're going to talk tonight. Some things I like that I see that the government has done recently, certain decisions they have made. I don't know what Jason going to feel about them. but I like
Well,
certain things.
it's about your point of view and my point of view, regardless of what, look at how we
Mhm.
twist it on it. At the end of the day, we have to agree to disagree, and sometimes we have to disagree to agree. At least it's about coming to a conclusion where you see from your point of view and about my point of view and the people's point of view also. You check it out?
Yeah, yeah, and also we're gonna touch upon some NRP too because I would have come on other shows and, for example, last year I said straight, all o'clock. This is a channel. Early. I call out the channel.
Mm,
Call out the 4-1 before. You understand? So I gonna just
yeah.
call it. See, I think that we getting a clearer picture with NRP. Maybe we might talk about it later because you would have seen that has been announced as the candidate for St. John's. So yeah, we're not going from talking about politics. We're running from talking about no topic at
Well,
all.
get right into it. This show gonna run. So even if we don't stick to the script, is what the people want here still. So let me get to it.
All right, well, where you want to start off? Where you want to start
Anywhere
off
you
with?
want, anywhere you want to start off. You don't pan the ball rolling, just show your dice king. I right here ready. You understand me?
Okay, well, let me just get something simple out anyway. This is we're not even really gonna take my time.
Yeah.
Um, I just had to look into the to what going on as far as the gaming laws in St. Kitts and Nevis. And I would have
Mm-hmm.
seen that the government passed to get a little more say in gambling in terms
Mm-hmm.
of they did things to protect the international obligations really and truly, and they
Mm-hmm.
reach out the gambling. I see that right now we're eligible to have more like sports gambling, and in
Yeah.
general I like it because I think me and Reese definitely would have had conversations where we're talking about how gambling need to be more a part of the society. Um,
Uh-huh.
for my part and Reese part, it's not about being irresponsible. I talking about, sometimes you like your team and you just watch your team and you want to make a little bit. That's what we're talking about, a little wager here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for all, as me tell you, I see it in other countries. I see it in Jamaica where you could go by the supermarket and then man have gaming establishments there. So I like that overall. That's an example, as me say, of something recently me see the government do that me like. Me don't know if you get any
Okay.
thoughts how we can move on to the CPL.
Well, my thoughts gonna fall in the assembly book here where I got in front of me just for a reminder. But like in terms of the sports, I mean, me like when me read into things, me is a DJ, so once me a mix, I mean, me like to relate to what you said to. And what me relate to, I mean, like for instance, like when we're talking about the sports, I mean, the gaming sports and all that stuff. Yeah, I feel like it's a good idea, I mean, because as you said earlier, with the past show, they could tax it and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You,
So
I for
it's just
I for anything want to
it's just
generate money, eh?
yeah, it's just a simple little thing when we do what I like. I think they also bring in something with regards to the slot machines and too. I'm not really sure
Mm-hmm.
if they have covered all the way, but I think that they also involved. So as I said, they reach a room to try to create more taxes, but it's also creating a more um, a place where investors could look in a different angle in terms of investing in the country. Because now you could do sports gaming. You don't even have to be here. Places like Antigua have it, and you could get the internet. Curacao, actually the biggest
Yeah,
offshore gaming company, and a lot of dollars pass through. So I think that it is a good piece of legislation, at least to start with. You want to talk about the
yeah.
CPL now? So,
What did you say?
I ask you if you want to talk about the CPL now.
Of course, I want to get right into that, you know what I mean? All the fresh, you know what I mean? I be want to leave it for last, but fuck that. By I see the CPL launch, and I mean the CPL advertisement was amazing. And I was flattered by it, like, wow, the economy will go be booming. But when I really think about it, but I believe you're gonna pay for some sort of franchise and all that stuff there, but and me like, like you see the hype first. When you first see the hype, then after you come down to the realization, that time the adrenaline rush feeling start to get empty. And you start to come down to reality and say, boy, okay, I understand, but I see certain patrons and certain hierarchy patrons, I mean, were involved in a lot of things to maintain themselves. You know what I mean? Saying, yeah, it's good for us and all that stuff, but I know the federal government had to pay last time maybe over $1 million to make all of that happen. You know what I mean? And we're looking at the fact that a lot of severance in dish out and all that type of stuff, but and not only that too. There's a next step. There's a next thing too. Last night I was watching the Real Talk Corner, and I heard Abo talk about Culturama, how strict the protocols are. You know what I mean? The COVID restrictions and all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it looked like it just to wait and see what they're gonna do now. You know what I mean? Because like cricket is coming, yes, and I want to see a crowd. I see the hype on Facebook where everybody talking about, you know what I mean, no sports a keep, but cricket could keep and this and that and all that stuff there. Like I want to see something. I want to see something for me to talk about and criticize too. You check it out? Because me only human, and if I wrong, I wrong. If I right, I right. Because if you go deprive me child from sports, you know what I mean? Yeah, but you go bring in big CPL, I guess. Well, as I said last time, you know what I mean? It's cheaper I teach my child to play domino. I see a whole heap of domino competition and one. You check it out, like the vision is damped. You check it out. It look like if somebody say, let me swim go a month shot, everybody going to go do something to swim go a month shot.
Okay, well, here's my thing. First of all, I like the idea. I think it's each cricket team is at least 15 people. I have about 6 of them. So that then I think and you have commentary staff. You have them who are gonna be able to video. You got executives coming in. So you might be looking at 200 people in a hotel room. Eating, consuming, in general, I like the idea. Now, we come to the issues, because you got another issue, They don't got to quarantine. I remember I had to do me 14 years. Go ahead, tell me.
But you talking about your quarantine, you ain't nobody special. You talking like you're special. You ain't nobody special. So if the people them get exempt to play cricket, you know what I mean? What the people want to see is cricket. You check it out. Nobody gonna take no time out to do all of that, because guess what? If somebody kinda rant about it, all these under the quarantine and all that stuff, then guess what the backlash gonna be? Oh, we're fighting against the cricket or whatever. Not saying cricket isn't a bad thing or whatever, but what I'm saying is people get distracted too easily from at what people actually saying. Because if I start to talk about all the cricketers them in quarantine and this type of thing, they're gonna say, oh, me fight down the cricket, which you're only talking about the quarantine, Mickey, because you want leverage for everybody.
Well, remember, as I tell you, there's a lot of different people coming in. You got camera staff, you got commentators, me not pay see the commentators. And me not pay
they're
see
gonna
the
say coming 2 weeks before.
Also, them gonna get to quarantine, but not the cricketers.
They're gonna say they got to come in 2 weeks before, so they could quarantine for a certain time. So if they come in for March the 16th or whatever, they're coming in 2 weeks before to meet March the 16th.
And then not only that, we got cricketers who might be coming in from other hotspots. So what about when a man coming in from a hotspot? How we gonna treat them kind of cases there?
Well, here the thing about it, the cricket costs some millions of dollars. It's a franchise, whole franchise organization. I believe they're gonna get the shit started out because it's big money. As what Lionel Starboy Prentice said, it's all about the money. Kids sports don't bring in as much money and recognition as CPL. But just bear in mind, you know what I mean? We don't get Interpremier Lionel. We don't get Interpremier and we don't sometimes we not even know how much money Interpremier will bring in, but I know it'll bring in a mass amount of money to give back to the schools, them especially. You know what I mean? So that's a load of baggage off the back if I saw them a do.
Okay, the next thing which the cultural armor committee might want to take the note of, which is what I saw, is that CPL is gonna have 50% capacity. Understand? And the capacity is only gonna be for people who are fully vaccinated. Now I see the statistics today, and right now there are 0 people who are fully vaccinated. But they say from May the 15th, sporting activity is going to be able to have 50% capacity. So, how may I watch it if me the cultural armor committee is? I will turn cultural armor into a sporting event. If you see what I say. Into a cultural sporting event.
The thing about it, right? Well, the thing about it, right? As we had plenty of conversations about this, and I said, "Yo, you just got to know the loopholes, them, you know."
Well, that's what I see. That's what I see.
That's why Abba want to resign, because he want young people get involved. Because the young people then know the loophole, not he old.
No man, but that the easy you see. As I read the story, because John L. Powell, I think they also said that they signed some kind of deal so that Sinkit's gonna be able to host the CPL for the next 5 years. I'm not talking about the finals. I'm talking about it. We will be able to play in Warner Park for the next 5 years.
But how much seats in Warner Park?
I don't know how much seats in Warner Park.
Well, it look like Warner Park are putting more seats as we speak. So when you reach half, you know what I mean, it come up to the normal capacity.
Yeah, man. But as I tell you, I feel like cultural armor. Even as we speak, I literally had a cricket game and a football game. Since that's why we get 50% capacity. It makes sense.
Man, but it's just strategy we got do, you know. But what be happening, right? What I realize, like I realize it come to a time now, like we as I'm gonna talk on behalf of most divisions, like we also got leadership in certain things, and like the leadership just a dilute and a more into a fellowship.
What you say?
Because like we used to be trending with a lot of stuff, and we had the opportunity to be trending because like in terms of entertainment, you know, like when Ultrasonics go down into saying it's, you know what I mean, Ultrasonics are turn up the place. You know what I mean? And like we just stop there and let certain bands and so get ahead of us, certain even DJs and all. You check it out? Like, and so it's even if we come down to a balance, you know what I mean? You just might take because like we all time produce better quality. After now, we will let most of them take over. Not saying they ain't doing good, but I'm just looking at the statistics for how we see it because I'm into music too. You check it out, it look like everything turned to a hype over clarity. Substance.
Well, maybe that's how come some of the people are telling you that you're missing, and you would not be able to bring the clarity. You got to talk to the DJ. Woodies until Woodies supposed to be applied.
Somebody in the comments say, good night, auntie. Some people will get addicted, like drinking some, like lose them paycheck. Okay, that we're talking about the gambling and all that type of stuff. They're gonna help generate the economy regardless of what, even if you offer child support, okay? Tanya Williams, good evening. Nevis has no leadership in any areas, no, hasn't for years. Good point, Tanya. I'm agreeing with you because like you get a man 3 seat and like nothing still like it cheaper, you just left him with the two.
Well, I don't know if any construction start down on Hamilton yet. Not Hamilton, Hanley's Way. Indian can't. I can't remember. We're supposed to get a hotel down there.
Supposed to, but remember the contract had extended because he had a deadline to meet and he had to be extended. So he had mentioned that during the last press conference he has a press conference tomorrow. So yeah, he had mentioned it in the last press conference because somebody had mentioned about it, and he said they had a delay due to COVID. You know what I mean? Like the world greatest excuse, COVID, but you know.
Well, things supposed to be going on down by the hospital. Yeah.
Well, if you got update on the hospital, send the update on the hospital because you do better than he because last time he not get no update on the hospital. So if you get the update on the hospital, you do way better than he. So even if you walk past the walking dog, you got more better update than he. That's according to the last time I listened to the press conference.
They look more solid. They look more solid. They look like things going on, I'll tell you. It look like sometimes soon I'm gonna start to see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. And something I think going on by the water park.
Somebody just when say in the comments, you mean large clinic? Yeah, big up to the people in the comments. Yeah, man, big up everybody who tune in. You don't know. Bless up to everybody. Tanya saying, Alan, how they gonna start project and down there is a dumping ground?
Down where?
I guess it mean down wherever the hotel is supposed to be building, you know?
Well, maybe that is an issue at this moment in time. But I just telling you support things that's supposed to go on. But it's supposed to get I think they're having consultation with the people over butlers. Because you know roads. They're building road they're doing roads over the butlers. So they're having consultation with the people. I don't know.
Well, you said, I can remember a time you said whenever you see they talk about geothermal and doing certain roads and so you don't know something is coming. So what you think is coming now? They start doing roads again. You think it's election again?
Well, they're doing roads all the time.
Mm-hmm.
An election is all the time. Yeah, in Nevis, when you talk about Nevis, election is all the time. You got to be realistic. I remember you got 2 elections. So election is all the time. What make you think we got the announcement apart recently? Because election is in the air again, even though we just had one last year. It's always in the air, as far as in a Nevis. You got to be paying attention to the politics. So since I mentioned that, I think let's say in about 2 weeks, she's going to be having her launch. You have any preliminary opinion on that? I want to wait.
I don't. Me no feel to talk. I don't know her. I don't know her personally in terms of like we never sit down and talk or whatever. It just basically more or less business or whatever because like we only come across each other knowing the fact that I used to DJ. Like if you got she runs the occasions or she owns it, whatever. And I used to DJ down there and like that's about it, you know. She either let me in and let me out. You know, that's about it. I can't critique or say anything about her because I ain't know. You check it out. The people of Bro Hill should know her and know what they want at the end of the day, and should know what like. I guess because she's not in my area, I will maybe concentrate on my area, maybe close my area.
So this is gonna be a real Brown Hill election then.
Well, most likely because both routes in Brown Hill basically.
Okay, well, this is gonna be an interesting election. I like how this election will come up then.
Well, women are band leaders, eh? Don't get me wrong, eh? Women are band leaders, they're born to lead. So I hope she take the initiative and prove the wrong right. You know what I mean? And the next thing too, with the politician them too, I had mentioned it with you, Alan. Like some of these people need to accept the wrong. When they wrong when certain things in the past, they need to accept it. You know what I mean? If we know you doing shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, I did this and you know what I mean? And I hope the next person is willing to come forward and do better. You know, the person could even say that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I ain't gonna do what he did last time, you know? Like we gotta be more open-minded, and try accept the mistakes that we make.
But in that sense, that you're saying that the mistakes you make personally, are you saying the mistakes that the party make?
Well, anything what is done, you know what I mean, give the reflect of the party.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There is a kind of difference in saying that you make a mistake and the party make a mistake, because I think really and truly when you listen to JD and you hear
Yeah.
how she talking about the party rebranding, I think that's what she kind of saying without saying. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But Ashburn said women are born to lead.
I just want to check in the comments, and somebody said, "Don't undercut my bat," and somebody said, "Not Bro Hill, St. John's." Chef, good night, friend. Thanks for looking out. Yeah, daddy, boy. And Jasmine saying, "Yes, they are doing great according to the director. He loves Nevis. Loves the team and put in 100%." In the comment on there, they're wrapping up one. Films. Oh, you're talking about the movie? Oh. And I say, women are band leaders who? What do you mean? Women are band leaders, Ashburn? What are you really saying? I don't want to argue with you tonight, I don't want to argue with you tonight because you something else too. And one thing I know about you, you're going to throw your stone and left your hand the muggy cut off. So, Alan, as I was saying, meaning like, okay, we all know, hence Daly had lost and Hensley had lost, so like, okay, then this is the reason why I lost. This is like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta accept the reason why I lost and stop thinking about maybe somebody cheat or whatever. You know what I mean? Because you must know to yourself where you lapse to.
Oh, you're speaking from the NRP perspective.
Yes.
And I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. Okay. For years, everybody has been saying the same thing as far as politics. The agenda of politics, how you address the situation, that will be towards the issues. So if you're gonna attack people, if you're gonna be angry, it's not gonna be working. Really and truly, when you look at the population, they
Yeah.
kind of more, they kind of more educated to politics, Because my argument
Mm-hmm.
is really and truly, NRP hasn't been giving CCM any kind of candidates to match them. You understand? When you look at, I talking from a personality perspective.
Yes.
and from a dealing with people perspective. Me not really see it. It's it's been it's been more of a situation where it's more reputation than action. You understand? And you can't look at that situation there and really look to be winning the election. You got to talk about the regular man and what he getting into. And if you can't do that, this thing don't get bad. Because remember, well, me not really know how you look at it, but this is an election that could be, well, based on how CCM is moving. This could be the NRP, really and truly. If it's 5-0, they really want to win. Because when you look at the history of Nevis, for instance, 1992, Nevis is a CCM country. And since 1992, you could tell me about constituency and that constituency. Nevis is a CCM country. So if them are going to get 5-0, I don't see how they're going to get my NRP going forward. So this is a very important election in this next election that we're going to have, as far as I can see. What do you think about that? You feel like there is too much?
Right? We got sometimes we just gotta watch and see how the election upload because maybe some people might jump out. Maybe some people might jump out before you even reach an all.
We're talking about Japan. When we by Japan.
But I mean, like people might even get up and like, hey, I not even realize it's so deep. I have to put my hand into this.
Oh, really and truly? What do you mean, as far as the expense of the next election?
Of course. Hey, the thing about it,
Well,
the thing about it, right? The thing about it, right? If you not got no common sense, I ain't know how to work your head with people no, because people like through this little break they had during Corona and all that stuff, a lot of people developing a lot of political sense with their common nature. I should call it common nature too, because a lot of people not been take federal election serious, and still after CCM get 3 seats. Because not even maybe not take federal serious. You better take federal serious any point in time is only after the basket three. You know what I mean? And we realize like, you know what I mean, no grip there.
well, I take every election serious. You're supposed to take the election serious. Listen,
Listen
these
to
are the
me.
people. These are the people who run in the country, who making the laws for the country. But it's just that
Listen,
going
listen,
into it, I see the writing on the wall.
listen to me, right? No, because like it just me. It just how me see it because like the first time I got into like the first time I know about it from a mature standpoint. I look at it, okay. You could remember when Mark had first got in, the premier had first got in, you know what I mean? After. Maybe feel like by NRP lose, NRP got out of power. Hear them know, Mark just can't sink it. You know? Yeah, so me say, okay. Me feel good. That time I was a lot younger, you know? So me, you know, like me feel like you just come out of school and like you hear them thing there, you know what I mean? You know, me not take anything there too tough. You just been and do your part. So that's how me used to see it, you know. But I used to watch the war play, but me no used to get myself too caught up. I used to do my part, as I say. Everybody know me mean. And it's only now you get the tree now, you realize no, okay. Well, you get the tree now. Let me see how you stand. And we look now, all the stories start to come out during the counting in the boxing, saying kids and all this kind of stuff with the alleged phone call on Mech and all that stuff. That I'm like, yo, this is what really going on because I start to change a pattern to a certain way too. You know, I start to really dig down and like, yo, whatever happened back home, you know what I mean? It's gonna affect my children in a good way or a bad way.
That's what I'm telling you. They run in the country. You have to be aware of what is going on.
Yeah.
You got to know what taking
So
place.
I'm never too old to learn still. You check it out. I may be in depth with a lot of things, but I never I never had see it that way because I never used to take it on because me just was concerned about Nevis and Nevis only.
Mm-hmm.
You check it out. So like when the federal thing come up, you know what I mean? Because we don't accustom like we never hear like we ever get anything from the saying kids and whatever. So like that used to been out of the question for me because remember most of the time when me and you talk, Mr. Boy is Nevis, me have to deal with You can ask me nothing about saying kids, I would know, but me don't take it on.
Well, I deal with Nevis and things affecting Nevis. And think it does affect Nevis. Sometimes we have to talk about Antigua. So look last week it talk about St. Vincent, because St. Vincent affected. And people upset
Yes.
that you know the same thing where you mentioned. Because you mentioned that it looked kind of hard to send the $1 million and people don't need the
Hmm.
second. All these things come up as you say as issues.
Yeah. Because I'm not saying they ain't do, me no, they ain't doing a bad thing, but at the same time, people been waiting for almost a year. But you see, I could also blame the people them too because they had a choice when they were working to take all the money and not expect to come back to work, which you know they still ain't go back to work and still ain't get the money. You understand me? So it be just cheaper they been just take the money one time at the time.
Well, as we start off at the start, sure, they gamble and they lost. And that's how it
Of
is
course.
sometimes in a life. But you know the difficult situation is that they really got real bills to pay and they really got real
Hmm.
people to support. So that's the real problem at the end of the day. We got our issues here.
So true. Um,
Um oh god.
Somebody saying that's such a fool. Get somebody on the ground down there and see what the electorate does be thinking before election. To be honest, some election results does have me scratching my head, wondering, ain't you alone, chef? You know what I mean? Like certain things are happening, right? And like you just gotta let it play out because the thing about it, if you ain't got the handle. You understand me? Dog dead with you because just the other day, I think it was yesterday, some two politicians had a court case, and if me party in a power, you understand me? You feel like you're supposed to beat me? Tal, I go pull all the rabbit from the hat.
That ain't
Uh,
how you work, Nathan. That ain't how you work.
but 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 hey, it worked great because see what be going on. You check it out. He kept out of danger and being scandalized. You check it out because you can go call it cheat. He gonna take you to court because the court don't prove that the case has been dismissed.
Is which case you're talking about right now?
The case with Drew in St. Kitts.
Okay. I will have to familiarize myself with that before I start to talk about that one. I'm not really sure yet, so I will not speak about that. But I know ain't
But
nothing serious.
they're gonna say all kind of stuff. You understand me? Let me check the comments again because I like the comments tonight. You know, I'm gonna read every one of you. Yeah, CCM is like CCM. What CCM is like Republican and NRP is like Democrats, rich and poor. So who is rich and who is poor? Because I ain't want to match nothing.
I disagree with that statement there. As really and truly, I feel like both of them are the same thing. I feel
Hmm.
like NRP is like a conservative socialist party, and I feel like CCM is a conservative capitalist party. That's what I feel. That's what I see so far.
And Ashburn saying, and thus the state of the country, where you think the youths are behaving the way they are. What you mean, Ash? May I understand? You can relate
The
to that,
youth,
Alan?
No, the youths in Nevis right now well behaved. They're behaving wonderfully so far, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, you didn't want to talk something about the endorsement?
Oh, the endorsement, no, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And could you elaborate so that people understand what we want to like? Tell me about the endorsement.
okay, for me, if I were to be in politics, you know what I mean? Like, it's the people's voice I want to hear. You check it out because the people's are on the grounds. That's just my opinion. You check it out. I know you want to put me in this spot, right? But China wants
No,
stand tall. Eh?
I am not attempting to put you in any spot. I that we have to speak about an endorsement. So I just asking you to elaborate. So I see you was general there just now. So you're saying that you're saying that if there is a scenario
Mm-hmm.
where something being presented to the public, I not even presented, whatever. If there's any kind of introduction and there's to be an endorsement, you prefer that the endorsement is from people who are local.
Well, you see, me the type of man, right? You see, when you just ask me a question, you just get me comfortable because I know somebody in the comment gonna say, Jason, you're afraid to talk them morning. And see, same thing I say. And when I say meaning like it got other companies and all that stuff, they like we had a conversation about it because some people fear to endorse people because they fear of the government maybe gonna brand them as this person. But if me know you from long time, regardless of what, I gonna say he's a good person regardless of whatever. Meaning like if you plan to join with Tom, Dick, or Harry, you know what I mean? Maybe you might be the person to change them. So I go endorse you because I know the leadership mentality you have. You understand me?
I
But
feel
I only talking from a local perspective, knowing the fact, right? Let me use a company in Nevis or something. Okay, let me use the Bad Cemetery. Let me just say Bad Cemetery. You check it out? Bad Cemetery and Company endorse Jason Wallen. You check it out? Bad Cemetery gonna get um gonna get brand or something, but they ain't know the relationship what my company, what them and me had doing a prior time coming up. So that's why they could say what they said.
okay, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to lie and understand what is taking place at this moment. Okay. I have to go get a drink here. I have to go get a drink here. And since Jason didn't want to say what he got to say, I'm going to say what I got to say. Okay. Recently, ladies and gentlemen, we had the launch of Miss Jade Keynes in St. Paul's, and she was endorsed by a university. And we would like to say from the show, all respects to you, Professor. We are sure you're a brilliant individual and that your endorsement means a lot. But for Mr. Alan Powell personally, I do not know who you are. Jason, I see the thing and I didn't know what was going on. Okay? And at the end of the day, it's fine. He's a university professor. I'm just saying, Alan Van Lay, you know, me no know who you be, Jack. I have no idea. I would think that this means a lot to the UVI alum. And I am not going to discredit and say we don't have people who live down in the Virgin Islands and who maybe have gone up to the States. I'm not going to discredit that at all. I'm just saying I live in a Charlestown. I don't know who you are, sir. Yep. So Jason, that's
Yeah.
what I got about the endorsement. Okay?
Well, you say who you say two who specific. Maybe they just been attack broad, because I know people touch you right now, but I don't care. But at the same time, I trying to be cautious too.
Oh, you're trying to be cautious. Oh well. This might not be the show for you. We might get to have a conversation after the show to really but if you really want to do the show, because this is not nothing for Alan to go take it easy. We got some things to talk about later too. So maybe it's a good thing I get my drink now. And
I
listen,
will say easy as that.
listen. I was not disrespectful. Listen, this
No,
man
you
has
wasn't.
he has to be of some intelligence. You ain't gonna be a university professor and in charge of a department and not be a brilliant man. We are not discrediting this. We are simply saying we are not aware of who you are, sir. And it would have felt good to have, a little more local representation. You see, that's what you need to do. You need to have some Johnny Walker Black. That's lovely. That don't get your blood pumping now, so you can start to talk the things.
Yeah, I gonna take a little shot, 'Cause I ain't
Mm.
smoke. Ah,
Um, also, I don't know if we
uh-huh.
have already dealt with this. You wanted to talk about the voters' point of view.
I want to talk about the rumors like the situation. No, not the situation. The A situation that I heard occur last week. I think I see somebody post about it, like something with some school children and all that type of thing, right? But um, yeah, is that I want to talk about, like with the school children, the incident that allegedly occurred. Like we don't know exactly what took place. I know it's a topic like with some teachers, with the students, them and all that type of stuff there. And I just want to say, like, people could well, let me not talk, let me try back for anybody, but me not back for nobody. You know what I mean? I know how the situation is so very sad, but at the same time, like I ain't hear nobody get locked up, I ain't hear this and that. So what is really going on? Because it look bad to see people sending on people pictures, you know what I mean, staining them. You understand me? And like 2 days after, you know, hear nothing. So like, what was the cause of that? Of that in the first place? We're gonna do something with target somebody. If you ain't either ain't got all the facts or he ain't finished dealt with. Because the only person that not supposed to get them pictures there is the newspaper.
You are referring to the incident that is alleged to have occurred in CSS with the
Yes,
two teams. Okay.
yes.
No. No, we have reached into a serious topic now. Um, no, this particular topic for me ain't got nothing to do with politics in particular. For
Mm-hmm.
how I'm looking at this, this is society now. You understand? No, it might reach into politics, as far
Mm-hmm.
as how you look at the mechanisms going on, and you might want accountability, but it's ain't a politics thing for me. No, my simple thing with the story is this: is alleged, as far as I know. Um, okay, as far as I know, teachers were sent home,
Mm-hmm.
and I read something saying the reason they were sent home was to do with sexual misconduct. Okay? Now, my simple question with regards to anything what's going on is this. If it's serious enough, not that they get talked to, but that the man say, nah, we don't get higher suspension. In order for me to believe that he got anything where really name police who doing work for me, the police at some stage in time supposed to announce an investigation. No, we do not know what the investigation will pull up. It might very well be that there is not enough evidence to go forward with anything. But based upon what is taking place, based on the serious nature of what is taking place, because okay, okay, um, this is once again, this is not an attack. The premier got two daughters. Love the daughters, post up the daughters, respect. We value woman in a navies for sure, especially young woman. You understand? No. Are we going to tolerate the abuse potentially of young women from people who we are trusting to take care of them? Because remember, it really and truly the relationship, whatever you have as a parent with a teacher, is you are giving custody of your child 5 days a week for 8 hours a day.
Yes.
You understand? You're trusting them with the safety of your child. So
Yes.
I'm looking at this in the context of how serious really are we about this? Me no know what gonna be the outcome, as me said. I be young ladies them. We have to take care of them. We have to make sure they're not get abused. We have to look into this thing. Because listen, right? If this thing really going on too, not only should the police do an investigation, if me at the school me would do one too. Generally, just to make sure, me know what going on with my teachers then. You know, at a seminar, you know what I mean? Just a little friendly reminder. We just got them about all kind of different topics. This is a serious issue in my estimation. So as you say, it's the same. Me not even say nobody get locked up. To me, you know, not to rush to that. Me not here. For instance, this afternoon the police would have been said they would have been walking somewhere in St. Kitts and they find bones. And they don't quick to tell you they have opened an investigation to determine what is taking place. Yeah.
Yep.
Do your work. This is all I'm saying. Do a little investigation. I would not think it's gonna take that long to do it, and then take whatever action is appropriate based upon the facts. But these are the things, as me tell you, as a society we have to watch and say. How we really deal with this thing? We into the action or we into the talking? So me I watch and me I see.
Bye. Like you just got blocked, like, and just say, wow. W from time to time because like you just sometimes you ever reach a point then like you just boy not go on, So what you do? Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Let me check the comments. For the police record, indeed, focusing on all the wrong, irrelevant things. Police are SKN no investigate. Hold on, I got a question here for you from Ashburn Labor. Well, my simple question to you, Alan, is did somebody make a report to the police?
Yes, well, Mr. Liebert is incorrect as far as the role of the police in the Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis. So maybe Mr. Liebert, like somebody report to the police and tell them. So, Jason, if if you are driving, for example, let me just use this as a simple example. We're coming up to the mountain. People with license plate number 4 have to license the vehicle. Police are gonna be pulling over people. I promise you, they're gonna be pulling over people this weekend to give them a ticket for not having the vehicle license. Now, let me let you know. Let me show you. You know, really realize, you know. But in that simple thing, that's an investigation. You know, all they got to do, look on the vehicle, see if the sticker are the right sticker. Boom, clarity. You check it out.
Yeah, you're right.
So, and what I'm telling you is nobody have to report because nobody gonna report to them and tell them, man, they never the right sticker. They have to do their job. What I'm saying is the role of the police is the detection of crime in St. Kitts and Nevis. So, allege that something of this nature take place and it reached to this extent where teachers are suspended. It would be within the role of the police now to do the job, to do the work. And those simply this thing don't take long. So that is not valid.
Yep, you're so right. Cause like I guess they got their own loophole too. They got their own loophole of doing certain stuff.
Really and truly, it is not no loophole. It's just not doing your job.
So Alan, you're saying the police lazy when it comes to a certain aspect of the job?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking.
It would appear that is the case.
And Ashburn said, if no report is made to the police, they cannot prosecute. Traffic matters and criminal matters are different.
Once again, he is incorrect. He does not understand what is taking place.
I guess you talk from an army man point of view.
Yes, watch here. This thing is written down. The police are supposed to detect crime. It's very simple. What make they got inspectors? Why they got investigative units? Why are these in place? If you're telling me all that this thing need is just make a report, and that's the only way the mechanism work. No, that's not how the mechanism work. And we see the police put in place. When you see them patrolling, you see them actively doing the job. I can't believe somebody would argue that the police don't need to do their job. As me said, in a matter of this significance, really and truly, then he telling me it's not important enough. If you ain't gonna do it now, me not see how. Me not know what you're gonna take. Maybe you was primary school.
Ira said the police can open an investigation after the allegations.
Yeah.
Otherwise everything the police do will be steps behind. Well, that is true. That is true. That is true. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see, like, police, I can't even say bye. Like, I could say any good thing, partner. I can't even say a good thing, but because really and truly, they'll be so behind, you know? And I guess it's a common assault, you know what I mean? But I take your paycheck and go. I almost say a good thing, but me just remember me no know a good thing, daddy. But somebody say, what is the crime rate? Somebody asks, Leonard asks, what is the crime rate solution? What's the crime solution rate on the island? Sorry. Yeah.
I don't know what is a crime solution rate.
I guess he mean the peace rate because it's a
Right,
solution.
right now, as far as I've been told, the pieces are no, so I ain't supposed to be worrying about that.
But should we here talking about the police, right? Yeah, I ain't planning to open the police station over Castle.
But they didn't have a, oh no, they had a launch. They just have a launch and an opening. Um, I have no idea what is taking place. And
Catch your breath.
should they had, should they had me over Castle for 2 weeks, I don't know about me not really quick to go back over there right now. So I don't know what taking place. But when them man had the launch, wasn't like last year.
Last year, I think it was in December because I think I see somebody post an update and it. Look at this. You know what I mean? We are in April and police station not open yet. And last time I checked, you know, remember I had sent a video with somebody saying, look at that, the bill because I believe half of it belongs to a fire station, something so, to the fire hall, and the garage for the fire truck too small.
Yeah, yeah. I know that was the case. I heard that was the case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
the
guess
architect they didn't
Richard
have
Paris and Leafy Greens could go in the backyard and plant some lettuce, some nice, lovely lettuce.
no man. The operation gonna get bigger, you know. Yeah man, can't be in the backyard. Big thing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Richard Paris and Leafy Greens, you know. Yeah, man. Best greens in the house, you know. Yeah, a friend of mine tell me the lettuce tastes good, man, you know what I mean? And that friend of mine ain't gonna tell me no lie.
I'm telling you, you winning right now, man. You just gotta go look your tomato and so to go
Yeah,
with
man,
it.
because I just want to come off on the topic there with the police station because if nothing not going on out there, there's nothing to talk about out there, you know, nothing not going on. So let me talk about some progress we're going on, you know what I mean, with Richard and the Leafy Greens too. You check it out. Let me give we buy a body into agriculturally. Yeah, of course. But with that, some people like we still gotta be careful how we talk still because like okay, these politicians are coming out, you know, I mean, socially on social media, and people are still being victimized.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
So you are concerned that you might be victimized because you express your opinion tonight?
For me, I ain't gonna tell a lie, you know what I mean? Me mind wasn't on that like you kept me off guard, maybe that's why I act the way I acted, you know what I mean? But like it is what it is. That's how it's supposed to be. You see how me come out and say, you know what I mean? Yeah, you kept me off guard. So, you know, like, yeah, Alan finally catch China while standing tall. Yeah, you finally catch me. So I could accept that. You know what I mean? We need a lot more people like that. You see, I could accept that. I could accept my fault. You know what I mean? I default in that and beat around the bush. You check it out? Yeah, I guess me is the type of politician I want. When I could make me boot and bat and I come clean.
Well, you see, the thing of it is, right, you have to understand, as I tell you, we give these people our power. Not really with power, we give them our faith, really, and our trust that they
Yes.
are going to execute. And not only that, we give them titles and we call them things like honorable. You understand? And we praise them upon all these kind of things. And part of what is necessary is that they need to hear what is going on. You understand? Because they are largely, in some senses, in most senses really, I'm sorry, Them man surrounded by man were just telling yes and how wonderful life is and how they're doing this wonderful job. And they don't understand what really going on, what taking place out there. How it's rough certain time. And we are laughing so. But the thing is serious. And it need to be addressed.
But you see, I guess we get in, I guess, well, I used to be intimidated, you know what I mean? Because like, it's like when a man look at a woman, you know, like when you go in the bank and you talk to a woman, and because you know you know she work a bank, you know what I mean, you look and she a type of way like, boy, what me gonna tell she? Rather than you meet a girl on the road and you don't know customer talk to she and say, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that, you know what I mean? Like you get intimidated, you get size up. So I guess a lot of people normally get size up, you know what I mean? But I'm glad to know I'm gonna send Ashburn, but you're here still watching me. So enjoy yourself.
No man, you just got to say what you got to say because as I'm saying, man, there is no malice and no ill intention. No. It's just as I see the situation.
Of course.
One of the things that one of the things I find strange with the NRP launch, you know, person so far is that the leader not being launched yet. I feel like that's strange, but that's just to me.
Well, I guess the saving the best for last.
I figure that is a situation where the figure that everybody knows she is going to run. So let me introduce who they ain't sure going to run.
I guess it's a situation that, you know what I mean, it's been rumored that they ain't had enough candidates at the point in time, and no, I guess they know they got the full slate now, so everybody is launching one by one, you know. Once you pop, you won't stop. It's like Pringles, you know.
We had talked about Rohan. We had given your opinion. Yeah.
No, you never. I gave you my opinion on Pat.
What do you think about the Rohan situation?
Rohan really a fill out a gap. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I hope. Well, from me go say it from me point of view, you know. Me point of view is like whoever encourage you, there are some that just encourage you for suicidal. So I hope whatever royalties he's supposed to get, he get it now while he enjoying the moment until that time come. So if he into partying, long party, if he into driving up and down in a rental, give him a rental, make sure AC in the rental, the people see him. You know? But when that time come, you ask me, what kind of reality? Yeah, you're gonna get the memo. But it would be good. It would be good if, you know what I mean, he proved me wrong. Straight up. It would be good if he proved me wrong. I would fly, come back home, shake his hand, say, bye, I think you couldn't do this.
But what would be proving you wrong if you get like what, 35% of the vote?
No.
He is no kind of way possible he winning St. George. It's no way possible that is happening. So don't even tell me about that. What do you mean, 35%? What, more than 25? So that means really and truly, that means you're telling me that overall he never really had a serious political career in mind then.
I guess well the thing about
he gonna be able to bounce back from this.
The thing about it, you know what I mean? Not all the time you see people attack all the time. Like for me, you may not see me as political material because I don't dress the way, I don't maybe talk the way, but I guess I know the way. But them who see people and those and got them on the hierarchy, but put them under the pan and Caesar, You know, they're just waiting for somebody to just knock off the stone on the other side. When they drop down, they're not really up there higher. The stone just gonna keep them up, just a little weight. You know, and that when they come back down to Mother Earth, that when you realize who you're dealing with. You check. So that's why me say let the man enjoy. From in my opinion, this is me opinion. So if anybody vex with me, don't vex with the topics, don't vex with Alan, vex with me. China Wallen. Yeah, you could inbox me when you vex, but I'm saying for me, the man has stop a gap. The gap need to be full. You know what I mean? Them man fill the gap. Me no business with what nice things them a say on Facebook who make you feel good or whatever. Then things that don't work. You check it out. You know you in a suicidal mission. So when you take them suicidal mission, get your royalties. No, get your royalties now, not after.
Yeah, that is a hard one. Because
Yeah,
he have any kind of
guy,
connection to St. George?
to St. George.
Yeah.
Not what I know of. Maybe go there go buy hot bread and butter by Clark. Yeah, big up Clark's Bakery. I used to go there buy hot bread and butter for any time. So maybe he used to go there too. He reach and get the bread probably fresh. Maybe he make an island, maybe he drive on the island and stop at Gingerland. Remember NRP youth had painted the wall, maybe he went up to take a picture of the wall. You know, it could be a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Ain't hard to drive on the island nowadays, you know? Especially if you got a rental.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna go and so he gonna basically be a this and that.
No, he's gonna be Rohan.
No, I mean in the results. The results. I know he's gonna be himself.
No,
I'm sure he's gonna be himself.
no, he's not gonna be a this and that because I feel like he's not gonna go back twice for them kind of licks there.
Oh, so they just try like, so they just a chow and meat then.
Yeah, but hey, if the man listen people, if the man is determined to do whatever for the country, I totally agree with it. You check it out, but I gotta face reality, Jen. This thing ain't gonna happen just so. Even if you go up there saying nah do nothing, they go, general people go say, we don't got somebody up here, nah do nothing already.
So they're good.
So they good.
I feel it. Can't escape.
Of course. It's just my opinion, people. You don't vex with me. You know what I mean? Yes, we are no country above self. You check it out? Yes. So, suicidal do it going country above self too? Is the same suicidal act still? Yeah, he doing it for a country. He's suicidal for a country. Nobody wanna do it, so he take the blow.
Well, I hope that he get back his deposit. Cause if you
The
don't
deposit?
win if you don't win a certain amount, you don't get back your deposit as a candidate. You ain't that. You got to pay a deposit to be a candidate, huh? When you get nomination.
What's the deposit?
I think it's only like what $200 or something. So
okay.
But if you do a certain percentage, you know, get it back.
True.
You got to prove you was what the election.
True. Let me check in the comments. No, that's divisions for you. No, this is NRP run under the bus, the train, and the boat. And that's why we are not getting anywhere. Hey, you know what I mean? I commend the guy. I commend the guy because a lot of people didn't want a lot of people ain't want to fill the gap, and he take the mantle to fill the gap. You know what I mean? Yeah, kudos to that, but we know for sure what it is. You know what I mean? I got to say it how it is. It's just reality because The hardest set of people who change is the people them of St. George's. It's very hard. I would love them to change. I would love them to. You understand me? I would love them to change. I even could what should say? Like even if we get 5 years apiece to switch, you know what I mean? I would even appreciate that. Like by year, let me get NRP this 5 years, then I have to give back CC about 5 years. I even love that. You check it out, but it is only the reality.
I think that NRP has not been serious in Gingerland. So it is what it is at the moment.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, kudos. Where you gonna send our alone? Talk the things them.
What is innocent until proven guilty?
No, I don't talk about that.
Okay, I just
You like you
want
don't
to
gonna think. No, you me why here, man.
me, well, you know me, really and truly me kind of like this week,
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason, things are quiet, I don't know if we're going to hear a lot of things tomorrow during the press conference, but I want to just take the money. As far as the cricket, man, many ain't gonna make no noise about the fact that me not feel like them going to quarantine. And
Okay.
me had to, remember me not do 14 days and 15 me do, and I say you can't get out on a Sunday.
True.
Unless you pay whatever money and you had mix up and all kind of stories. So I mean, I get that 15 days. I don't just take the money. And I think you can ultimately been a big thing, because we only talking about a month, 6 weeks or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's a paycheck. It's a paycheck. It's a lot of taxi man at least gonna get a little do. I hear somebody
Okay.
say, something I'm very confused about with the CPL story? Me don't really know if them are gonna get to go out. That does the half days and thing.
Yeah.
So me not really sure if them are gonna let them like go out and the half days and all that kind of thing. But
Okay.
also me not really sure because I was hearing somebody say maybe the staff or maybe the players got to be vaccinated and I don't know what is going on with these vaccinations. You don't take
Okay.
a vaccine?
Since me not plan on take none right now. Me
Okay.
like what the sense I go up eating all this food knowing that it gonna build me immune system for after we look. Only to realize now I come an adult, you only take a job to build it? No. So I gonna put the questions them to you now, because I get in some questions here.
Okay.
You know, this is
Yeah.
the free for all moment now. You check it out. We're gonna answer any question at this time. I want to know what Alan mean by NRP not serious. That's from Iowa Willet.
Okay. First of all, NRP has not, in my estimation, been roaming candidates in general. Me not
Mm-hmm.
really know that NRP necessarily got a wide stack of people like under them, like to choose from. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Whereas, and maybe me I thought just based on, but I don't know. When you watch CCM, like
Mm-hmm.
them are run numerous people. And some would have mentioned, like, if you lose couple time, I even really and truly you could lose once. You can win and then man change them. You understand? They change
Mm-hmm.
three different people in St. James. Well, this only gonna be the second one in St. George. Second one in St. John's. They don't have two, you know, um St. Paul's. Whereas same thing what I say. As in 1992, Nevis is a CCM country. CCM got the majority of people who are Benin, and then you're seeing people underneath of them lining up, thinking that it's never gonna end. You understand? From what
So
I
Ashburn asks, what should NRP do to prove they are serious?
um with regards to listen, a Saint George may talk about right? When
Yeah,
a
but
Saint George,
that,
what he mean in general?
yeah,
Okay. Um, with regards to that, here what I say. Okay. We are seeing at this moment in time
yeah,
that it seems like they are going to run at least 4 female candidates. No, it don't make a
hmm,
difference to me if who run or whatever, you know. As I'm saying is what they are going to talk about at the end of the day, the issues that they are going to address at the end of the day is what is going to matter. Um, so far, what you see with Jade and
uh-huh,
what Jade is talking about is a rebranding. I would
yeah,
not have, I have not heard the words of Cleon necessarily recently to know what is going on with her, how she dealing with these statements or whatever. Um, the Ghanaian leader, um, Janice appears to be a professional woman,
yeah,
and she appears to know what it is she's doing. She sounds like a leader,
hmm,
and let's say she has some background in that. So let me not say what NRP needs to do at this particular moment in time. Let's give the ladies an opportunity, but broadly, I would say that the failures in the past have been due to a lack of connection with the people. The concerned citizen movement in the past has had a
hmm,
strong connection with the people, whereas in my estimation, the Nevis Reformation Party has not. Um, I think, um, listen, it's one thing to get a strong connection with somebody and the next thing to maintain it.
of
You
course,
understand? So sometimes you could captivate me for a moment in time, but if you are not checking with me, and me not even mean in a hugging way, but just checking in and reinforcing the messaging, sometimes you get lost. You understand? And I feel like
yeah,
the connection points broadly have to be addressed even before we start to talk about issues and all them kind of things. Because it's smart people at the end of the day. As I
yes.
said, Janice appears to be professional. And so let us see what direction they're gonna lead. They
I guess I
attempt to
guess
lead us.
is something left to be seen because like we I guess we ain't see nothing taking place yet. I guess we just have to wait and see what's up, what strategy they're gonna pull or whatever.
But okay, and let me be
Hmm.
specific. Um, when we talk about Hector in the last election and Brand, um, well, Tong is a competitive seat when you look
Hmm.
historically. But Tong will bounce back and forth. We could see CCM win Tong last time.
Hmm.
Say the failure of Roberto Hector to secure Tong came down to what I just talked about with losing connection with his constituents. You understand? Because
Yeah.
you gotta remember, even in 2013, amidst all the scandal and so, he still had a win, you know. Still had a win, you know. NRP lose, but he had a win. But like he's not like, listen, in 2021 you got to be accessible and you got to be available because you got cell
Yes.
phone. You understand? We into interaction at this particular moment in time. So if you're gonna be shut
Yes.
down, it's not going to work out for you. It's politics we're talking about. You have to be aware what the people thinking and what they're going through. Otherwise, this ain't all. That's what
That's
I'm
true.
going to say.
Well, I hope they see. Well, that even bring me back to what I was saying earlier. Like, I hope they see those weaknesses. You know what I mean, and turn them into something strong. You know.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
same thing last year in the federal election. Daily talking about house Negroes and about Marcos and so. Then they ain't relevant. You check it out. That's not relevant to what is taking place.
Mm-hmm.
You are displaying that you are not connected to what the true issues of the people are. You check. And then on top of that, now you're angry and this type of thing. So it's not. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying like you really feel like you push out candidates that the people would have gravitated to. Like it's like sports or something, you know. Sometimes you put names on a paper and you say, "Boy, that team looks strong, you know, boy. That team will bang the next team, you know." But the next team is
Of
a real
course.
team, everybody together. They ain't got the big names, but everybody together.
Yep.
And they know their role and they're playing their role. So they're gonna beat you
The-
still. So you have to humble yourself in the political arena and be, as I said, accessible and available. You gotta really take a lot of energy.
because right now, in terms of the politics and all that stuff, do it. You gotta be relevant, you know. You check it out. You gotta be relevant. Nobody like the last all time politician in the boat advance. You understand me? So you gotta come up to date because sure if I check Vance page, Vance not even check that since maybe 3 years ago or something like that. So so we gotta stay up to the time. If you see something what is working, you check it out what could work, just do it. As I said, shift the momentum. I love it because remember back then, people forget that NRP had started with performance matters. Then CC and Bounce Back said people matter more. No, the boss said keep the momentum. No, it's shift the momentum. You know what I mean? So I kind of like it now. You know what I mean? It's like it give me that kind of feeling like, by yeah, it's something about to happen. You know what I mean? I'm praying for it because for me, I like competition. You check it out. I like the competition, Jay.
Well, Jason, as we talked about St. Vincent last week, me and if you know about St. Vincent, Ralph in charge of St. Vincent, I think, for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter century. And me, I don't like them thing there. I don't like this like one side story. As you say, I want to feel like this thing is talk a lot.
Yeah,
But you need the other side, you got to be genuinely strong. So
that's true.
we're
Maybe it's
gonna see
something we ain't seen.
forward.
Maybe it's something we ain't seen yet.
You keep on telling me women are born leaders. It seems like you're gonna put to the test.
Yeah. Let me go into the comments. But leave Daly alone. He's genuine and he speaks the being naked truth. Ashburn said that. Jason, what does relevant mean? You wanna know why being Ashburn? Inbox me, man. Okay, I'm also collective here on the spotlight here. So I know what I mean in front here. Susie said, thank God you found one of your senses. This is the best thing you said all night. Well, thank you. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. At least I know I left you with something good. I feel good that I left you with something in your favor. Yeah, because remember me not too collective are relevant like Ash Burn. Yes. So watch out. It's all to you, because yeah, man, it's been a wonderful night for me. Enough being said from my end. So
Enough being said from my end too.
So yeah.
And you know what that means? That means things ain't got too much going on, too much of craziness. You understand? Because really and truly, when we come out with the school teacher, and as I say, I'm still waiting to see what is going to take place. If anything was to take, because maybe nothing is to take place. Maybe we just supposed to say that we love the young ladies and we're supposed to protect them and we ain't supposed to do nothing when they go. But see what takes place.
Oh, it's Ashburn, you mean? Okay, sorry, but ain't nothing still. You know what I mean? Me open to the critics, regardless of why you only help me grow. Yeah, I just want to say special good night to each and everybody who tune in, because without you, we wouldn't have been here. Keep on billing, and as I continue to do this show, I will also grow a sense of relevance according to Ash, so good night to each and everybody. You don't know. Support for support is all about the Real Entertainment Network. Yeah, man. Big up to Real Talk Network. Real Talk Corner, sorry. Big up to the Real Entertainment Network also for having us here, making it possible, by demand.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you to hear me talk.
Jason, I remember something I want to talk about, no? No. So, we got to talk. First of all, big up Abo last night. Abo was very enlightening on the issue of cultural armor. And Abo would have answered the question that I wanted to know about cultural armor for years. Because I went in the budget and all. Local see, because I want to know how much cultural armor costs. I need to know. I just need to know personally.
Well, we have Tanya in the comments. So Tanya might have an idea how much culture armor costs, because remember also Abu relate to Trinidad, in Trinidad got millions of people, and we got only maybe 10,000, so he matched the money compared being spent, right? Is it spent?
Yes.
You understand me? So, being spent comparing, so me like, wow, our standard of living high by.
Listen. Abu say cultural armor costs about $2 million. Okay? And
Trinidad costs 1 point something.
It could have never been. That could have never been. Listen, I hear the number what he said, and even when you look at the number, I think he said it might have been 4.5 million US. Listen, that's still a little bit of money for Trinidad.
But what I'm saying is, at first, don't get me wrong, I just repeat what they say. They said TT at first, but when we have, I will come with the statistics and start to do them calculation, right? And boom, you hear the US come out. Watch out. You never kill me tonight, you know.
No, he said he costs 2 million and basically does make 1.3. So we lose not even 1.3. Let me say 1.1. Let me say 1. I think he said we would lose like 900,000, 800,000, 700,000, them kind of numbers. Like, which I do for culture. First of all, you feel like we need you feel like cultural armor supposed to be uh like a gift to the people as about would I say a stimulus package for us in the summer?
Well, based on what he's saying, based on what he's saying, based, well, I guess the stimulus is the renovation, really. Eh?
What renovation?
The village, and the complex.
You feel like that they
We
could
get
be into subculture armor?
well,
I mean, I
but
think
the
that,
thing
that
is,
is part of the cost.
you understand me? Like, if we want to get into deep, if we want to get deep into culture, but too, you understand me? Even years too, a lot of people ain't get it too. You understand me? So
He would
wherever
have,
money,
he would have mentioned that.
wh- but wherever, but nobody gonna mention. You gonna mention when you're up.
Hey, watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when Abba says certain things will make me realize how come certain policies are now in place for culture armor. Because, okay, for instance, one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
parts of culture armor is that I could go in the village and get some kind of food, not care what time of day it be basically. So
True.
me could wake up and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and me say, but I could get some food then. I could go down in the village and get some food. It could be 11,
True.
whatever time in the night.
True.
I realize kind of recently, right, that as soon as shut down, if you head down in the village, you got to pay some kind of money to go in the village. Yeah? No, you got a point in time. Jason, I only want 2 chicken, so I could go do what I got to do. You understand? Do me little walk up and then me go and sleep. Me only want me chicken, me not stop down in the village or nothing. You know, partner want to tell me about $10. And I realized that the boss walk out by he want to cut in. It's only now me hear it, I realize the man walk out, he want to cut into Hellas. So he got to charge this $10 now. Or whatever the case.
Mm-hmm.
But it's contradictory because the way we see like them and trying to tell me they're running culture armor. Culture armor running like a non-profit thing. Because they must say making money off of culture armor is not a priority for the government. Then basically I give it $2 million. So then they're not supposed to worry about the profits then. And like this year, where pay-per-view go? If you tell me this thing ain't and this year culture man will cost no $2 million for sure. Ain't even gonna cost $1 million. Ain't gonna cost that. So what you talking to me about pay-per-view?
I want Tanya tell me if them kind of money does be a pass through for true because Tanya used to be part of culture, hammer. You understand me? Because some of the time, right? Some of the time, right? I want like for those couple days with all that stuff, do you check it out? You're trying to tell me like when I look at the accumulation, like so like I saw you spend $200,000 and let me just say $200,000. You understand me? And you keep this show and you charge maybe $100 a ticket. and you get, how much you believe the village could hold?
The village in the region of 2,000 people.
Okay, then let me say 2,500 people. You do the maths there.
That a quarter million.
You understand me? So like me say that to say this like, but then sometimes me not even had to spend all of that because like the sponsors and all that stuff they took.
Well, he would have added, listen, right? Certain things, and okay, this is another thing. Here's a fucking again. Because I do not believe that this is a problem. Well, okay, it got to be CCM problem because I in fucking government right now. So it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I would want to believe it was the same way under NRP. You understand? And this was the reason why I always want to know how much culture armor costs. What we really do with culture armor. Because there is ways how we need to go about making some actual money off of culture armor. You take it out culture armor and we ain't just supposed to write it down as a loss every year. Me not really feel like that's a positive thing because when I look in around me, this really and truly, me watch Mondo Chat and me see a loss every year. Me watch Nipa. Me the zone that you feel like Nipa can make money here, eh? How many Nipa?
No.
And how Nipa is costing us. And we are talking about how these things are cultural and whatnot, but um what
They're not
what is
generating anything. They're not doing enough to generate.
but me talk about even when you look at what happened on Nipa, same set of dance, same set of this, same set of that. We not do nothing real. Nipa really and truly is more like our conventions and them kind of thing there. Our training and them kind of thing there. We not make no
Yeah.
money for the infrastructure that we are that we are ready to invest in. And that can't be good enough.
I guess an emergency shelter. But I saw you, But hey, well, that's for me, I mean, because my battery done there on 15%, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's yeah, man, it's all about what?
I said, try see if you could get your face shining like a mine.
Well, me no me gonna talk about that tonight again, and me don't talk about that earlier in the show, So you talk to yourself, no, me no me gonna talk about that. So have a good night. You know what I mean? It was fun conversation for progress, and big up to the people in the comments for your educational critics. So see you guys next time. Yeah, it's been the topics. Yeah, man.